Hi, I'm Seamless, and today is Saturday, which means it's time for a weekly live stream, but it's 5:46 in the morning. It's absolutely not time for a live stream. This is not when we do live stream. I might do another one later today. I don't know. Depends on how insane I am after I'm obviously sleep deprived. But right now we're doing a track from scratch because I don't have a guest, but variations on how we're doing this, which I literally, right before hitting the record button, I just explained to everybody. And I'm going to do it again because I'm a smart person. So what's going to happen is that I'm going to finish this track right now. I'm not going to finish it in an hour and a half. I'm probably not. So I'm just going to keep going until I do finish it because I have no obligations on today, except for I have a lesson at like 2 o'clock, but whatever. I'll probably be done before then. And this is largely very like a tiny bit of arrangement, a little bit of some extra sound design, a lot of fixes, minor mixing problems, and then finishing. And so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get my head in the game, and it'll be done. And this track will finally be done. Good God. And then I can go work on the drum and bass track because honestly I'm more excited about working on that than I am this track. Everything, like I just said, everything interesting, my own opinion, my personal opinion, everything interesting about this track pretty much happened in the first 5 videos. So yeah, 752688. You're a number. You're a big number. 752,688. Think about what we should be calling this track, because I don't know yet. And I might have to do that later. I also don't know what I'm going to do with this track when I'm done. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, let's do it. So to begin, we're going to listen to the whole thing from begin to end. And I want to point out something about listening to this is that you're listening to it through being recorded through XSplit and putting on YouTube and processing, so it sounds weird. And B, it's also not going into XSplit as loud as it would be or with the right leveling. And C, I usually have the mic on when I'm doing stuff. So you have pretty much never heard this track the way that I hearing it, which I suppose is important to bring up because I listen to some of the stuff on like YouTube, maybe people and stuff. So let's just bring that out there. Here's the track. right, so I did just play through this part, although this is literally a copy of this. It's the same thing as that right now. What part of thing of what I'm going to do today is make this different in some way. I hate this riser. I hate this riser. I hate this intro. I hate everything about things that aren't this drop. The guitar solo, like I used to hate it, but it's kind of growing on me. Like I liked the idea of it, but my execution I wasn't particularly on board with. But that was kind of badass. And maybe it's because I don't really care anymore. Like a certain amount of not giving a fuck is necessary to sort of progress things. Because you can niggle about every little individual thing about perfection, all that kind of good stuff. But sometimes you're just really not sure what's good. Like you can just admit that you're not sure what's good. And like I know that I'm not sure what's good. So like a lot of times, like if it doesn't actively hurt your face to listen to, like for real painfully, then it's probably okay. It could be better, but no one ever knows what the best is. And that's not a thing. All right. So now here's what's gonna happen. I like how I tried to like talk to people. Like this guy said he bought my EP and I was like, yay, cool. And I tried to talk and it's like, I'm not logged into Ustream. So the chat was like, nah. I like how polarizing the oh yeah, the Ultra Music Festival. It's happening right now. I like how polarizing the guitar solo is. People either are really onto it, they really love it, or they're just like, dude, why ever? And it's more like it's not so much that I think that this song in particular needed a guitar solo. It's just that I personally, for my own well-being, needed to do that guitar solo. I needed to have a guitar solo with vocoding. I needed to do that. So I did it in this track because it sure as hell wasn't gonna do that in the DNB track. That wasn't gonna be a thing. But this actually worked out pretty okay. And it's sort of just like it's an excuse. It's really just an excuse to move from the first half of the song to the second half of the song. I could have just as easily just put the rise at the end of the B drop, and that would have worked. That would have been fine. But no, guitar solo. So that's my defense of the guitar solo. Yeah. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna turn off the mic and I'm just gonna start working stuff. And every once in a while, I might pause and explain what I'm doing if I'm doing something particularly important. But like I said, most of everything is already pretty much done. Like like this is the main mixing and mastering chain. I'm not saying this is like perfectly mixed. I'm gonna change some levels and shit, but like that's all I'm gonna change. I've already made the buses, the side chaining, the drum master, the real master. It's all already here. So like I gotta like I'm just gonna use it all to kind of rein it in. So I feel like at this point I don't really need to explain how or why, and also I feel like what I'm like what you see me do will be pretty obvious. So I'm gonna turn my mic off and I'm gonna do it until I'm done. Wish me luck. I just wanted to come back for a second and point out that I accidentally made the Sonic bouncy thing sound. 100% an accident. It's the little, you bounce on the thing, you know, in Sonic, the original Sonic games. You guys know what I mean, you mentioned the 8-bit business. That's because all the ARPs and shit, but like, I find it kind of funny that this is the sound that just happened as a result of this. I mean, it's a little off. It's not 100%, but like for literally like it's just environmentally occurred that just happened. I just want to point out I find that humorous. Yeah. All right, so hold on. Let's talk about. Look at the chat for a second. People saying that calling bullshit on that overplayed cliche. Related building, related drop. We're talking about people talk about Martin Garrix. Okay. Why is it? I don't know. What is it about my streams that people just want to talk about Martin Garrix? Like it comes up a lot, and sometimes I get the joke, but like some like is fucking Google gonna start like putting me up in a searches or something? Like you guys. Nothing, please. Back to Seamless. Okay. How long have I been doing this? It's not telling me. 300 megabytes of encoded. That's like what, 40-ish minutes. I don't know when I started. That's okay though. I'm not done yet. That's when I'm gonna go. And such. Touching beards. I'm overrated. I'm not sure how much I could be overrated. I'm not really that rated. So if I'm overrated, then I'm doing something seriously wrong. Strobe light and laser machines. I could do some laser machines. I could dig that. Anyway, back to stuff. I'm gonna turn this off. So testing. Am I on? What do you guys think? Drop bears are native to Australia. It is doing. I'm not totally sure it's done. I mean, there's a little bit of finagling. that guy is adamant about it being done. What do you think about that ending? So like I thought of one of the things I'm thinking of doing is like instead of letting it ring out, is just let it get really super duper noisy and then just cut it. Super duper end. But I also kind of like the cool little teeny ringiness it has at the end when it's like that. Do you work as editor on other projects? How can you what? Seamless, do you work as editor on other projects? And can someone Harmer sound pack? Well, I have a Harmer sound pack. I have 2 of them actually. I don't know what you mean by editor on projects. What do y'all think about the second drop? Like, it's more or less the same as the first drop. I just put in little changes and tiny bits, and I extended the glitchy weirdness of the end of the second of the beard drop. I always call it the beard drop. I think I might call that the beard drop now. You have the A drop and the beard drop. Thanks, beard guy. You're making me Freudian slip. No one ever flows the end of a track into another track. They always flow like the break of a track into another track. But I think if they might want to, they fly that, I guess. I like how I make sweeping generalizations about how DJs do their thing, despite the fact that I'm not a DJ and I've never actually successfully DJ'd beyond using my own stuff. So I have no idea what I'm talking about. I have not used Cubase before. All right. Feel pretty good about this. There's some weirdness happening and also fun kind of silliness. I have resampling 2-point linear engaged. And what that means is that there's no resampling. And what does that mean? Like I mentioned before what about resampling does. And in terms of this business, which is also the same as this business when we render this stuff, this is the resampling level. And what this does is it curbs aliasing, which doesn't really apply to certain things. It really mostly applies to recorded audio, but sometimes it'll kind of fuck with your track. If you don't have resampling engaged in your render, it'll sound different. And some things, most notably the risers, definitely alias, but it's mostly like it aliases internally. Like it aliases inside Citrus and there's not resampling engaged. But also, and most of the time Citrus has high quality rendering engaged, which means that it'll render with resampling. So this all might sound rather different when I render it. And this is sort of like I had the 2-point resampling on mostly to save processing power. So I could play projects like these live on, you know, my ridiculously low buffer size so that people, you know, so it's more or less 1-to-1, which is not smart. It's a thing I do. I don't know if I want to put out this FLP. I mean, I think I might. This honestly depends on if my label wants to release it. And by my label, I mean Fixed. Because that's my label. It's not my label, but it's a label that I'm on. I'm on Fixed. And that was news to you guys. Although when I was making this, I kind of think I want to put it as a free track. But the last track from scratch, ended up on my EP. So there's that. But this might not be their wheelhouse. So there's that as well. Is your beard like the beard on Side Night and Happiness short? I think I've seen what you're talking about, but I don't quite remember what the plot of that one was. What about some percussion slowing down during the ring at the end? I don't know. I am East Coast. By the way, I have a t-shirt for sale while we're talking about Fixed. I don't know if you need that. I talk about it sometimes on Facebook, and I mentioned it on a few videos, but I have a t-shirt for sale. If you're watching this on YouTube, there's a link in the description. If you're not watching this on YouTube, I don't have a link, so I'm just going to say that it's at fixedstore.com/seamless. FIXT store, one word, .com/seamless. Pretty easy to remember. It's also where my EP is sold. As well as, you know, Beatport and iTunes, all that good stuff. But it's on sale. The shirt's on sale because it's pre-order. It'll be done pre-ordering in April or something, the 25th or whatever. And it's cheaper now. Also, if you bought the EP from Fixed, you should have a code in your email about being even cheaper. So you got that. You had to search so hard to find my album on Spotify? Really? You can just seamless momentum. I don't really use Spotify, so I guess that's whatever. Yay, buying shirts. It's so cool. I have a shirt. How that's like more legit than having put out an album. Like, cause these days it's like, you know, anyone can put out an album, and then now it's like, oh, you have an album and I have a shirt. It's just like I'm playing the game, you guys. I'm playing the game. I didn't mean to play the game. I didn't really mean to start doing that, but I am now. Good job, me. Okay, so like, I think the intro might still be stupid. I made it less stupid because it was mostly a mixing problem with the side chaining being too much. I kind of dicked around with the second rise that changed the phasers timing and also the FM timing on the automation, which sort of, I also added a chorus effect for just that rise, which kind of helped. Like, just as more time goes by, the least I care about like the intros and the rises. Granulize the outro, man. You know, if I wanted to do that, I'd have to like render it and then play it and then granulize it. I guess I could do that. We'll be on vinyl. Jesus. A reverse fade. Reverse reverb fade, guitar solo. That could be cool. Well, now you fucking put this granulizing outro in my head, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that right now. So like, in order to do this, what I'm gonna do, why am I? Oh, because I'm 1/3 step. I'm gonna record the ending. I guess I should do before the Maximus, because then I'll put it on the granulizer to go into the Maximus. So yeah, that's what I'll do. So here I'm gonna record it with Edison before the Maximus, and hopefully my computer won't freak out and cause clipping and whatever, but here we go. See, now the funkiness about this is that I have to get everything to shut up while I'm playing this one part on the granulizer. Big old pattern. And how do I do that? Actually, I know exactly how to do that. Because this cuts off pretty sharp. So what I'll do is I will put the recording there. I'll start it. This is like the most like wasted time way of doing it. So I'll put this in like a channel. Perfect. And not have Valhalla trigger, since it's baked in now. Dat compression. And so, got 180 patterns. Can't possibly have that many. I do have that many. They're not in order, are they? Nope, 170. Yeah, they are. I'm missing some now. The first empty was 178, so there were a lot of patterns in this this project. This is gonna be mega longer than the original, because I'm going to granulize it and stretch it, all that good shit. Okay, it's about to be about as long as it was, so. Yeah, this could be fun. Primarily these two parameters I want to mess with. This guy and this guy. So I'll start the attack time up pretty high. Then I'll go back down, and then I'll go way up. And the this gradient spacing will go down slowly over time. I actually didn't want the time to start that fast, so. That was weird. So I guess what else I want to do is I want to slow down the wave spacing, which is time in this case. Copy, paste. Copy. It's a coffee only copy. If nobody ever got why I was doing that, that's what I mean when I just say copy. So I go down, don't I? So obviously just don't want to change the parameter. Like it's just screwing everything. So frick you. Like I don't want like to start styling like the Matrix until like halfway through this. You know what I mean? I don't know about this granularizing thing. Again, I'm not totally 100% on this. I think what I might do is I might layer it in there with the real one. That could be kind of cool. So let's bring back the reel. Welcome to the desert of the reel. Except I'm a smart person because putting the reel on means that it's also processing the thing that I process. So I actually want to play a recording of the reel. Phase cancellation. Who'd have thought? Seriously. I have the EQ on it. Yeah. I could just even the playing field, but it's doing that. See, now because I'm doing this, I can actually turn this down when it gets near here where it gets all compressy. And layer it with the glangler. That was kind of neat. That's way better. Kudos to the guy who said granular has it. Kudos, I say. Kudos all around. What say you, chat? Work amazing, look terrible. Plugins, blow me, work. What? Blow me, but work amazing? Go dunk. I'm home. I'm gonna give it a say type I don't because I want to see this finished. This is almost finished. This is more or less finished. Like, it's gonna sound like this, only slightly different. I'm talking about plugins that look stupid and do the job. How long is this track? With the giant tail on it, it's about 5 minutes and 20 seconds long. It's about average. So let's do some more listening of the whole thing. And we'll see how close to done we are. Slide notes are pretty, fantastic. Maybe probably like a Hadouken. That's kind of good, doesn't it? Hadouken. Keyboard sucks. All right, I'm going to SE. Zoom span. Video patterns again. Illustrated. Awesome. Sweet. I think I'm about ready to call this done. Honestly, I'm gonna render it and like I'll have to fix some business with rendering or whatever, but I'm not gonna actually render it, on stream or whatever. Oh, you're from New Hampshire. Nice. I'm from Massachusetts. He's from New Hampshire, so he's on top of me. Northwise. I'm gonna stick a fork in it. It's done, like that guy says. Hadouken. And stuff. Yay, Patreon patrons. I appreciate your patronage. Anyway, I don't even know how long. Do I have a name for this? My names are either going to be Kaplunk, or whatever I was doing at the beginning of the stream. I was going like beep 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 beep. I have no names. I don't know names. I am terrible at naming things. See, like, I'm gonna render it. I just capture all the glitches and shit. Like, I called the first one Stream Dream, because that like made sense. K-Duck. Yes, that. Oh, you're a new one. I don't know the name of things. I don't know, but ruminating on names is a new thing I'll do myself, because that is like the second hardest part of making a track. The first hardest part is making things that aren't drops. Honestly, for real, the large part of this track was a lot of new and interesting things for me in terms of writing, style, and like direction and precision chops and glitchy shits. I haven't done anything that intense since like Resolve. In terms of just the amount of shit happening. Like I kind of delivered that at the end of Codename Hurricane, but not nearly as much as Resolve. So cool. I don't think I'm gonna cut this up. Like this is probably like a 3-hour video, but I don't really care. If anyone ever has any questions about anything, they should ask me. And if I know the answer to them, I will try and answer your question. And as usual, have a nice day.